So how to turn weakness into strength? The next, this is all is always it comes up. People do ask you that questions. What you gotta do. How you can make those weakness into strength. So now these are the homework that you can do. I will give you an idea throughout the sessions. This way you know what to do. All right. So let's, for example, the people are going to ask, one of the questions, you are fired, it's natural. People do get fired. How do you deal with it? How do you deal with that situation and tell them, yes, I got fired? There's a many way you can do it. I'll give you an idea. As I mentioned to you earlier, people do business with people. It happens. For Johnson & Johnson, the work we have done, that's going to cause a lot of people lose their job. But at the same time, a lot of people got an opportunity to do something else. They are unhappy what they have been doing. They are doing 9 till 5. Do you know that Michael Bloomberg, he got fired from Merrill Lynch? This is the inspiration for you, knowing that Michael Bloomberg, when he wanted to be investment banker, John Merrill Lynch hired him. And after several months, he was not able to perform his work. Something happened. They fired him. But what he did, he ended up saying, he took a different thing. He said, if you fire me for investment banking, you will see I'm going to create my own business. He started his own business. J.K. Rowling hated her job. She was an administrator for a company, a law firm she was working with. But she loved writing. So at the end of the day, her passion was not there. So she got fired. Now, with J.K. Rowling, that book, he wrote, Harry Potter, she's a billionaire, close to billionaire today. Walt Disney, he got fired too. Madonna, singer, she got fired from Dunkin' Donuts. So those are the inspiration. You can use it. And when you tell your story, you be prepared for it. So as I mentioned to you earlier, this session is just giving you some idea how you can prepare. So when you go interview, you can take your weakness and come up and present your strength. Okay? How to turn weakness into, there are other questions like unemployed. You are unemployed for so long. I know some people here, they are saying, oh yeah, I'm trying to get in workforce, what happens? Well, it happens. People do have life. You could be a mother, you could be get laid up, now you didn't have a job. Now for this role that you are interviewing for, they saw your resume, they liked you. Now it's your time to go there, tell them. For example, you could be a victim of Johnson & Johnson, the job. So what happens when you say you were out for a long time? You be honest, you tell them, hey, I was doing this, I was not happy with what I was doing. Now what I did, I spent my last 3 months, 4 months, 1 year to gain new skills. I took online course. You joined in community program like this program. You joined here, you gained new skills, right? So you say you retooled yourself, you retooled your skill. That helps. And now you're ready to take the job. So that's that time then people do say, oh, that's really good. You could have your family situation. That was over. Now you're ready to start working, right? So this kind of, you start thinking of those kind of things that's going to help you, okay? Now let's talk about strength. Whenever you talk about strength, these are the words we always look for. Here you see the teamwork, do you really like to work alone or you work as a team? So whatever story you're going to bring up, make sure you present yourself. Teamwork. It could be job. If that job you are applying for is just require working alone. However, you are a team player. People do want to hire always team player. You can make sure throughout your story you use this word. You'll see a lot of the time your employer or interviewer, what they do, they write down on a piece of paper. As soon as you see they're writing it down, that means they're writing down those strengths, that skills you have, the characteristics you have. And later on internally, when they compare you with your other candidates, these are the word they are using or they're searching from you. uh, use of the passion, use that your dedication, use the story you are going to talk about, how hard you worked for something that result in work, but you learned a lesson. Everybody loves the hero. In the movie, if you have a movie, the guy who is always bragging how good he's at, that movie doesn't go well. But the underdog, Slumdog Millionaire, some of you may watch that movie. You saw that how underdog that is. You watch the movie Rocky, how hard he worked. 4 o'clock in the morning, he woke up. He worked hard. He did not use his age as a limitation to become the world champ, right? Those kind of things. People like hard worker. People like to say that you really love what you do. Enjoy. Use those word. Exceed expectations. Dependable. You are organized, and mostly you care about people. It's customer focused. Every business today, Amazon is top of their game because they are very good at helping customer. Those kind of things is going to help you. Okay. So how to address your strength? I'm not going to go all this detail here, as I'm looking the time to make sure that I can cover the materials. Because you see at the end, I added some of the humble words, that other words we always like to have, candidate have. You're humble. You might know everything, but nobody knows everything. As I mentioned to you earlier, that I learned from my son. He tells me, Papa, you have an accent. You say this word this way. So I'm humble that I'm learning from my son. There's no shame from it. So say that kind of thing. I'm letting you know that be humble. Be ethical. Do the right thing. You cannot always say no. Just make sure that you are in peace with yourself. Do not lie to your resume. That's going to get caught up. Sometimes it's going to hunt you down. So do not do that. Multitasking, people do want to say, I do multitasking. I'll cover later on. But when I say here multitasking, do not say you are doing 10 things at a time. You are able to do multiple projects same time, but you know how to prioritize yourself, so you can at least keep things moving forward. That's what I mean multitasking here. Okay. So use those words. So let me see what to bring. Okay, this is a great topic that a lot of the time we do is say people, make sure that you bring certain materials with you. For example, 10 copies of your resume. Many times when we interview people, you do not know you're going to deal with one person or multiple person. If you bring your copy of your resume, that shows that this person is prepared. You are already ahead of other candidates. Okay. Sometimes you do not know things going to happen. How long you have to wait? How long many candidates before you, because they don't say it. So right before you go in there, have some kind of protein bar or something that you're not hungry. Oh, my stomach was growling and all this. So be prepared for this. Get a bottle of water with you. Not everybody is going to offer you a drink of water. It doesn't happen. Okay. Get a notebook and pen. As soon as your candidates start asking you question and things, ask them, is that okay if I take some notes while you're asking me these questions? So that shows them you are organized person. You are prepared. So you bring that notebook and make sure all this stuff in a nice bag. It's not like things that everywhere is spread out. All right. And this thing folder. This is a trick that I said I'm going to share with you. Have 3 different color of folder. One red, yellow, green, however you do it. Have 3 color of folder in your bag, because they are going to be your bag of tricks. When you are going to be interviewed, they are interviewing you, they are asking you something, you can present the material that you have the skills, you have done that in the past in your life. Okay. So here, let's say, for example, if you are a project manager, that you are going to, let's say your resume is going to be in your blue folder, 10 copies of resume. Now you are a project manager, you are applying for this project manager job. you created a project plan. There is many way you create for IT. You have Agile, Scrum, Waterfall. What have you done or what have you followed? So keep some of those project plans that you really contributed, you liked, your, and then you can talk about your skills or your prior experience. Put those plan and detailed work in, let's say, yellow, in the yellow folder, right? And then in the green one is the one, a lot of the time management, and they do not have a patience, to go through all the details. You will see in the room there is different type of people, different type of question they're asking for. So make sure if somebody's management very high level, he doesn't care all the details. If somebody is like in the middle, manager level, he cares about details. So the details is your yellow folder. Put like red, green, yellow. The red is the one. Go, 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 go. I want to answer right away. That means that type of, they want something dashboard, want the result. So very quickly you can show, because of this contribution, these are the results I created. For example, as I mentioned to you that the project I was working at Johnson Johnson, we are saving $1.8 billion, but we had 5 years project plan. First year, the goal was making sure we can save 550K, not 50K, about $50 million, right? This is how we save the money. So we put it in the executive report. So when we went there in the C-level meeting, board meeting there, we said, our goal was this, here is the result, here is the actual, here is our expectation. So right away, they got their answer. So this is how you're going to present yourself. So make sure your idea, your plan, action, how is all tied together. If somebody is going to do investment job, there I put it here, some details also. Let's say you are a banker, investment, you are looking at that type of job. The thing we are looking at two things, I'm sure you have done any qualitative analysis and you have done quantitative analysis. You research about your competitors, competition, management, financial risk to making business. That's all the work you have done. Put a portfolio in there. And what type of discussion, bottom line, at the end of the day, you presented to your board. Have that information at your hand. Remember, you are trying to be showing that you are the best person to hire you. The 3 reasons they hire you, most of the time they hire a candidate. Number 1 is, how are you going to help them to get promoted for their job? How are you going to help, your service is going to help them to make more money? Or how is your service in operation going to help them to save more money from the operation? These 3 reasons. Either you help them to make money, you help them to save money, or you are going to help your boss, how he's going to get promoted. Okay? So keep that in mind. Next one, I was just talking about one pager. This is something you can take a look at it at my website. I put it in the URL, www.cloudthoughtleader.com. On the right side, you'll see why Mushi. I have resumes 10 pages. I have resume 2 pages. I have resume 1 pages. A lot of the time, when you put these details like this, that here is my 1 page. Right away, they see that, how they can see your life in one in 1 page. Okay? And how to get this, these also I'm going to share with you later tools. You can create something like this, with very simple guidance. Here I know I'm running out of time. So here, if you have business related job, as 3 things I mentioned to you: make money, save money, gets boosted up. How you boss gets promoted. On the right side, I put some template that way you have some guideline how to do that. Okay. If you are also applying for any sales job, in the sales side, we always look for people, when you worked for sales, what type of lead did you bring in, and what results you created. You see on the right side, I've created those templates. So some of this template, again, I got it from my coach, from the Professor Haroon session also, that I got it from them. I thought these are very good assets that why not we share with people who can take advantage of it. Now, my wife, as I mentioned to you earlier, that my wife is working with people who's going to at least know that personal development never stops. I like the Jim Rohn's quote, formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. So every week when we do this Wednesday at 12:15 p.m., this session, this not helps me to become better person. It also helps others. I see it in the community many times. People come say, tell me, Mushi, what you shared is great. Can we do this larger size, larger? I can make a difference to somebody's life. What is your reason? So know that it's not all about us. Think positive. Start thinking. When you do good things, we feel good. So final thoughts and the announcements I said I'm going to share with you. If you are serious about taking advantage of it, what I do, I mentor as part of a LinkedIn mentorship program for other mentorship program that they charge $600 every 2-3 months. So that fee is going to be, I'm not charging to the community. I want to help serious only first 20 candidates who is going to come up. Going to send me email here, mushi@speaktoconnect.com. You send me email, but I need to see your commitment. What I will do, part of this program is I will meet once a month with you, half an hour, one-to-one or multiple online, in person. We'll figure out all the details. Usually I like to do in person also at least once, and then we can go online. Okay. Here, I'll look over your resume. I'll give you some guideline how you can make your resume better. I will work with you how to answer those difficult questions. How do I answer these questions? If you can come up with the questions, we'll figure out how to answer those questions. How to prepare yourself, how to practice interview, what kind of question they will ask, give you some ideas. Okay. And I would love to do this in a group at the beginning, and later on one-to-one also we can do it. But it's going to help others also to become better at it. The qualification for this is you have to be serious. When you say you're going to show up, you show up. I know the Arif is on this call. He has seen that many of my events, Arif, Binish, and Hassan on this call here, they know when I say I'm going to do it, I do it. If somebody shows up, doesn't matter. Nobody shows up, still I show up. So I want you to show up. That your commitment is already there, and be serious that you respect my time. So lastly, these are the communities that I am running. Please do become member of those groups. Here is the contact information.